Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media presents Around the Region, the Fall Sports Show. I'm your host, Mark Gregory, alongside Ryan Garnett and Edward Hall. And got a really good show lined up for you. We'll be right back.
The team at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media wants to take the time to thank our sponsors, Bryant Family Medicine and Heather Martinez Realtor. We also want to thank our support staff, Valerie Rutherford, Allison Messer, Larry Spicer, Addison Sloan, John North, Shane Shackford, and last but not least, Keisha Ambergy. With the support of our fine sponsors, our dedicated staff, and you, the members, we are all working on one goal, the promotion of student athletes. With this team, we can't miss.
Hi, I'm Heather Martinez, active community member and your realtor. Give me a call or text 606-344-0217, or you can reach me by email, heather.martinezrealtor@gmail.com.
I want to wish everybody a happy Sunday. It feels like it's about 150 degrees outside, but other than that, it's I guess is it fall yet, Ron? Has fall officially reached us? Or are we still in summer?
I believe we're still in summertime officially, but I'm Googling it or going to try to Google it here and see if I'm figured out.
But you look at the leaves are changing. Of course, every time I see the leaves changing, I think, well, here we are. Football season. It's just that crisp air and all that good stuff. So, of course, one of our guests, Blake Burnett, we've had him on our show a few times, and can't wait to get him on. And another guest that we're going to have on for our first time, Jerica Shepherd out of Whitley County. Really excited to have her on also. So, got a really good show lined out. But before we bring our guests on, Ryan, how's it going?
Doing pretty good. Been watching football all day. But to answer your question that you asked, fall does not officially start till next Monday.
Yeah, I'm a little bit overwhelmed about the football. I just now saw it. I guess Klaus dropped a wide open pass in the end zone and Philadelphia intercepted it. Because I was wondering, like, first to go, it's 13-10. I turn on the TV and Philadelphia's up 20-10. It's like, oh, what's going on here? But Mahomes, he looks like he's in trouble right now unless he can pull a rabbit out of his hat. It looks like about 4.5 minutes left. The other guy that can pull any kind of rabbits out of his hat is Edward. Edward is like the magic man or something like that. But Edward, how's it going? I don't know if he's with us. He's frozen.
It's going pretty good. I got the. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
We just heard going pretty good.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's going pretty good. Got to spend the weekend covering another cross country event. This one was up at Arrowby Ranch in Jonesville, and it's different levels. Get to go to all these multiple sports that we get to cover and get to see the hard work and passion that all these athletes put out, and, all the work that they put in, and it gives you a better feel and love for the sport.
I absolutely kid you not. The Kansas City wide receiver, right? I don't know if you're watching that, was 20 yards behind everybody. And Mahomes out overthrew him by 20 yards. It might have been the worstest throw in the history of football I actually seen right there. The guy could have moonwalked into the end zone. He was that wide open. I don't understand what's happening in Kansas City. It don't break my heart. I'm a Cincinnati fan, but yeah, let the wheels keep falling off. But
I'm not going to say who I'm for because I know people that ask me why.
Well, Edward's just a bandwagon guy. So, but before we bring our first guest on, Blake Burnett, let's go ahead and thank our photographers, Keisha Ambergy, Jonah Deaton, John Dickinson, Scott Powell, Dennis Mills, Senator Hoskins, Mater's Memories, Chrissy Brassfield, Bob Cornett, Erica Felty Marler, and Shanda Whitehead. Forget one that allowed us even this week to even do them. Edward, refresh my mind.
Well, you got Scott Warren Photography, you got
Yeah,
Wildflower Frames Photography, you got Nevaeh's Photography, and of course, when you jump out of region, I've got several of them that I could continue going down the list of naming, but a big shout out to all of them that allows us to gives us permission to use their photos.
absolutely. And again, a big shout out to our sponsors, Bryant Family Medicine and Heather Martinez. If you're in the market of buying and selling, she's definitely the hookup on that. And if you got the sniffles, of course, Bryant Family Medicine is the place to go get the right stuff to get you feeling better. And cannot say enough about our sponsors. And if it wasn't for their generosities, we wouldn't be here today. And big shout out to them and love every one of them. Again, thank you to all the viewers that has come on tonight. So that all being said, are we ready for our first guest? I think he's been more than patient enough to sit back there and can we call it the green room? I guess what they call it, the
Okay,
back room, the green room, the purple room. What are we going to
whatever
call it?
whatever we want to call it.
Okay, we'll call it the back room. And let's go ahead and
Call it
bring
the
him on.
blue room this time.
Yeah, we'll call it the blue room. Well, the blue white room. But Black Panda, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Thank you for coming on. And every time we ask you to come on the show, you're always Johnny on the spot. And just want to thank you again for giving us your time. I know it's a busy time of year, and your team's really, really playing well, and you're a big reason why. And just absolutely love what you're doing so far on the field. But big thank you for coming on. Just talking about your team, talk a little bit about this season.
We've had a good start. I love our team. We all get along. We all love each other, and we've just tried to get better each and every day. And so far, it's worked pretty well for us.
Blake, I'm not gonna call you an old guy. You can officially call me an old guy. You're in your prime and all that stuff. But it seems like you've been here for about 150 years or something. We've interviewed you and had you on the show quite a bit, and you've been doing your thing for a while. I mean, so that just shows, what kind of athlete you are, personally. And I know you're all about team first, but we're allowed to give you a little credit here. I know you're a very humble young man, but uh, just you was talking about the season, and I, I know Bell County football's, it's Bell County football. I mean, nobody's been watching football unless they know who Bell County is, and does it feel any different this year than just let's just after each year that you played, it just grind. Let's get back in the weight room, or was there anything different this year? Does it feel different?
I'd say the biggest difference is, especially for myself, is just I have some more urgency. I mean, we got a lot of seniors where we all know this is it for us. It's now or never. I think that's the biggest difference. Just knowing there's not next year. We got to get everything we have out this year, make the most of it.
Um, I'm gonna harp back to the first game of the season, and again, when it's Bell County, you've not watched football unless you know who Bell County is, but you made the travel to Campbellsville, and it was I guess a game that was put on the schedule pretty late. I don't know if you had the prep time that you would have had for that game, but you go out there and get a really good win against a really good team up there on their home field. I think even a bowl game of theirs. So I mean, how does a game like that kickstart your season?
I mean, it was a bit of an unconventional game, like you said. It got scheduled late, but we was all just glad to be playing. And we knew they were a good team, and we got up there and we struggled early and for a lot of the game, but we just kept grinding. We all come together and put together a really good second half, and I really like what it did for our team. It's really gave us a lot of confidence.
So again, you being a senior this year and stuff like that, or um, are you tired of the hill running up and down that hill? Is that something you're going to miss, or are you going to be finally glad to graduate from it?
I think I'll be glad to be one of the people calling when
Do you think me and Edward or Ryan, either one, could run up and down that like hens do?
I'd say y'all could. I don't know how many, but
Mark, I could get back. I could get up it, but I'll be afraid I'd face plant and go all the way down to the road.
Edward, Ryan.
But I'm gonna kind of go back to the schedule. With y'all playing at Whitley County and then the district, how's the schedule prepared y'all for that postseason run?
oh, we just like to see a little bit of everything, a lot of different offenses, and we have some big games on the schedule. We're not going to overlook anybody, but just a couple to really look at is Rockcastle County, Pulaski County. I mean, there's going to be some good games for us, but we're not going to take anybody lightly. We know you can't win them all if you don't win the next one, so we just hope to be ready, see a little bit of everything, so postseason we're not surprised.
And then this is one I normally don't really ask, but it kind of came to my mind earlier. How has Coach Hilton bettered you as a player to your time playing football?
He's just really inspired me to work hard, never stay satisfied, even if we win a game or we do something good, to just keep striving to get better. And I think that's stayed with me through my 4 years.
And then Edward knows where I'm going with this question because I always ask it. What's your favorite restaurant to eat at in Bell County? Pineville or Middlefoot or both?
That's tough. I love the Mexican restaurants in both. I really like Sauce in Pineville, Ike's in Middle. There's a lot of good options, but in Pineville, probably Sauce.
When you eat Mexican, you got the cheese sauce or the red sauce?
I like both. I even mix them sometimes.
Edward,
So, kind of harping a little bit about what Ryan just said about Coach Hilton. I got to ask you, what's it like being a player for him?
Oh, it's awesome just knowing, all the legacy he has and just to add to it. We just want to keep, being a part of what he does and just continue to make Bell County football and his legacy special. It's really cool to be a part of that every day.
Absolutely. And I'm going to have to, kind of harp a little bit about your schedule also. I'm looking at it. Looks like you've played quite a few, bigger schools. So how do you think, playing that caliber of competition is going to help you the remaining part of your season and going into the playoff run?
Yeah, I mean, we want to win every game, but at the end of the day, postseason is what we have our eyes on. We want to play size, speed, a lot of different offenses. And, if we stub our toe against somebody, fall, hopefully we regroup and we're ready to go by postseason. I think that's the main thing. Just the ultimate goal is a state championship, not an undefeated regular season.
So I got to see you firsthand this season against Harlan County there Friday, and from what I was seeing, that the passes you was throwing, if your receivers would have had pockets and opened them up, your passes would have fell right in. So I got to ask you, is that something that you put a little bit more extra work in, or is that just something that you've seen out there in the midst of that game?
We've all just come together as a unit. We've really worked hard. I've got a lot of timing with all my receivers and running backs, and we all just love to work and love to get better and just click on all cylinders.
Absolutely. So I got to ask you, I'm pretty sure I've probably asked you this same question probably 107 times now, but being a multiple sports star, for one, how do you find the energy to jump from one sport to the other? But how does that help you stay conditioned going from one sport to another?
Oh, I mean, it definitely keeps you in shape, never stopping, always running some sort of way or lifting. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's you only get 4 years to play them all, and I enjoy it. And if you want to be great at it, no one's going to feel sorry for you. You just got to keep working. And all my coaches stay on me pretty hard to keep the energy and motivation even in the off seasons.
Absolutely. So you actually just led me into my next question, where you mentioned the off season. So I got to ask you, what did you and your team do in the off season to get prepared for this season?
Well, we didn't have anything special. We all just went to work. We've been in the weight room. We worked on our speed. We worked on time. I mean, everything. I mean, not all phases of the game. We've all just worked. We've just continued to ever since. Really, we got beat out last year in the weight room and had a good spring and summer, and it's led into a pretty good start to the season.
The final question before I get you over to Mark. I'm pretty sure I think you got 2 interceptions in the game Friday, and I'm about positive on the year you're sitting at 5 or 6 right now. So being a quarterback, does that kind of help you, be able to read plays a little bit better, or how does that play into a factor?
I just watch a lot of football, watch a lot of film, and just try to stay in position, and that usually leads me into a few interceptions here and there.
Absolutely. But Mark,
Um, yeah, we already know the goal, and it would be Bell County football. You usually got one goal, and what are they going to take for you to come together and make that happen?
I mean, obviously, we all know, like I said, the ultimate goal is to win the final game, but we all just know we got to just take it day by day. You can't beat the Christian Academy Louisville if you don't win next week, and I think that's where we're at. You just got to take it 1 week at a time and just win every week. I think that's the ultimate goal.
Um, and Edward or Ronnie, the one I believe they asked you about Coach Hilton, just playing up and under, playing for him. Are they ever a time that you just you kick back and think about what kind of a legend he is, and just sort of get butterflies in your stomach knowing that you're going to be able to tell your kids, the grandkids, that you played under a great one like that?
Oh yeah, it's really cool when you see something online or you see a video about Coach Hilton being so far up, all time wins, or being a part of this or that. Just all he's done over the years of winning so many games, great teams, winning state championships. It's really cool. And then just to have that every day on your sideline is always a good feeling.
Again, I want to personally thank you for coming on, and like I said, seems like we've interviewed you for a few years, and I really do appreciate everything you did for us. You always, Johnny, on the spot about giving us your time, and one thing that we got to say about you, you're a humble young man, and it's all about team, 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 but that's Bell County football, and that's what Coach Hilton puts in on you, and just want to wish you personally the best of luck in your future and your team. And I think Ryan might have a few things he might ask you to do if you are willing to do it. We've been voting on our favorite sports movies. I don't know if you've been keeping up with it. We did our favorite restaurants last year. That was favorite sports movies. So we're going to ask you to vote on that if you don't care. And then I think Everett's got a few things to show you before we let you go.
All right, I appreciate y'all for everything.
Let's see if I can get the things to pull up here. See, our first one is number 1 Invincible versus number 9 Remember the Titans.
I go Remember the Titans.
This is a tiebreaker one, so we had to go back and redo it. But number 4 Ali versus the number 13 the Junction Boys.
I'll probably go Ollie.
Then number 5 Rudy versus number 12 A League of Their Own.
A League of Their Own.
Let's see. Then the next one is number 7 Major League. That's the third movie versus number 15 23 Blast.
23 Blast.
And then the last one here, let's see. Number 11, Miracle versus number 14, Angels in the outfield.
Go Miracle.
Mm-hmm. Folks,
But-
Miracle's a good movie. Yeah, you just gotta watch Miracle, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. That's a really, really good movie.
I don't like hockey movies, but that's one I can watch all the time.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So, Blake, I got 2 final questions for you, then I'll show you a few things we put together for you. So, would you rather have like a clutch time interception during the middle of a game, or would you rather throw a 60-yard pass for a touchdown?
I'd probably go 60-yard pass for a touchdown.
I give you that. So, through your time playing football, this can be in the backyard, passing around with your brother, family, whatever, or anytime varsity or anything. But what's your favorite memory all time in football?
I'd say my favorite memory is either winning our state semifinal game, knowing we were going to state championship, or running out on the field for a state championship.
So I got to ask you on that, running out on state, how was like the emotions and the adrenaline at that point in time?
I mean, it really don't feel real. I mean, when the biggest stadium you played at's just a normal size high school, and then the next thing you know, you're at Kroger Field. It's a lot different running out for sure.
Absolutely. So, Blake, we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that comes on, and this is our way of saying thank you. And Hunter also said QB1. So, but out of these 2 graphics, kind of tell me which one you like the most.
Okay. I like both of them. I kind of like the first one. I like the multiple pictures a little better, but I like them both. I appreciate it.
See, Mark, I told you the OG graphic where it's at. But Blake, I do want to personally thank you for taking your time to come on, and I want to wish you and your team the best of luck the remaining part of your season.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
Just a really, really good interview, and we knew we'd get that with Blake, and just a very humble young man, like I said, and just you know, I mean, how many years? I guess the question of it is how many years have we interviewed him? And I mean, so when you're talking about years of interviewing, this is talking about years that he's played at the varsity level and contributed at a very, very young age. And just, when you're talking about okay football, and folks, us as media, we could sit here and discuss on who our favorites are, who our top tens are, and who's and we could discuss that all day. But he said it right. They don't beat Louisville Christian Academy until they beat the team they play next week, and the team they play the next following week. Team 1 week at a time. That's all it takes. But now us as media, we can look ahead. And folks, our argument for a lot of years is like 4A is so strong. 4A is so much more stronger than 3A. 4A, 2A, blah, 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 blah. But I'm telling you, this is 1 year I can honestly say 3A, and again, people might laugh me out of this building, but I think 3A is as strong as any of the first 5 classes other than the 6A. When you're putting Louisville Christian Academy, look at what Lexington Catholic's doing. Look what Bell County's doing. And that's not holding, the Union counties, the Hart counties, Louisville Centrals. am I missing one here? 3A is Rockcastle County. Don't leave them out. 3A is really strong.
Yeah, no,
And,
and you could possibly put the top five in uh 3A. I went blank on the class there for a second, and put them in any other class besides the 6A, and they would probably compete.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And, and, and you know, you got Bell County. I'm not saying one of the better. Bell's good every year, but Bell, you know, we could also say that Bell's loaded. Bell's loaded. They are primed to make a run, and but 3A strong. But no, he said it right. You know, you got to take it one game at a time. And you know, there's a school a couple miles down the road, a little bit south from them, that's playing awful good football too. And it's hard not to look at some of these comparisons of scores and stuff like that and say, you know, Millsboro ain't right there. Millsboro is improving. And Edward, you've seen them. Ryan, you've seen them. This team is getting better, 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 better. And I'm telling you, they're playing bigger schools. They're going to look good on that RPI. And who knows? Of course, you know, you can't live out Corbin. You can't live out North Laurel, South Laurel. I guess the question this year: is anybody gonna play South Laurel close? I mean, goodness, it's unreal. A lot of good teams in this area, and it's gonna be really fun come playoff time. It all shapes out. And you know, talking about young athletes, Ron and Edward, we're fixing to bring on one, and somebody that I personally saw play. Um, Maybe a week or so ago, literally with one arm, and sit there and even got the game winning goal for her team. And I'm trying to look this up because I'm hoping I'm Ryan, correct me. I know you're going to look up the roster for me. You probably pull that roster. But, you know, when we're talking about young athletes, I'm not even looking, but I'm thinking she might be a freshman.
You
And
are
maybe
correct.
I am so good. See, I was thinking about that. You know, we were just talking about that about Blake, about, you know, Jerica here might be another one that we're going to interview for 25 years up here because she's already, you know, at the biggest stage, varsity, doing good things with her team. So she's here when she's a senior. We're going to say for the 85th time, we're going to be, but that's what we like to see. But let's go ahead and bring her on, Jerica Shepherd from Whitley County. Uh, Thank you for coming on, Jerica.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Just had to bring you on because uh, saw what you did the other day, and you got the game win and go, and you're a cool customer out there, and the more I found out about you, I think you had a four go game, and you also I'm getting an echo, a kickback on something. Maybe I need to reset mine or something, but we'll get it figured out here. But talk a little bit about your season so far.
I think we've had a pretty successful season. We've been working together really good as a team. We've had a lot of girls step up and do different things than they've known. And I just overall think that this is one of our best seasons so far. We lost some really good seniors that we've had for the past 2 years, and it took a really big hit on the team. But I think that we've overcame that, and everybody's starting to fulfill what we lost.
Um, you know, you talked about losing the seniors, and you know, and media media always seems to want to say this team's here, this team's there, this team's here. Um, and you did lose a lot of great players. We already know that. So, was there something you did as a team that sort of bonded you even more because you had lost all the seniors?
What did you say?
Yeah, there's a bad echo going on. I don't know if it's on my side. I'll let Ryan or Edward ask you see if they're not echoing as bad.
But
He said,
take a look at
did you all do something else that bonded you all together with the senior? Because were you all lost at so many seniors?
Well, over the summer we have about, I don't know how many, but we had a lot of freshmen coming in that didn't know anybody on the team, and we did some team bonding activities before the season to get everybody to know each other better. And I think it just kind of helped because a lot of the girls that are upperclassmen, juniors, sophomores, um, they don't know these people and they probably didn't feel comfortable around them. But I feel now that we probably feel more comfortable around each other.
Hopefully my problem's fixed. My internet just glitched real. Now I'm actually clear again. So all apologies to you, Jerica. My the joys of internet here in southeastern Kentucky. You know, you gotta love it. But it's hard not to notice. I brought that up before we brought you on the show. You know, you had the injured arm and you was playing through that, and just talk a little bit about that, and just did that change your game any at all, or did you still just go at it 110%?
Probably my first game back. Um, I was definitely playing more scared, but I realized that like padding I had on it, that I really could just do anything still, so it didn't really affect my gameplay at all.
So so how's it healing now? Are you getting better? You getting there?
Yeah, I think it's getting better. I'm getting it checked out again this week, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Um, I gotta ask you a question, Jericho. I think you're a straight shooter here. So, if I had to hurt arm or Edward or Ryan, do you think we'd be out there playing like you are, or would
Yeah,
we be? Oh, you think we would? Okay, well, thank you. Well, I'd probably pout. You know, I can't play. I can't play, coach. I'm hurt. I'm Edward would probably agree with that one. Probably the only one that would play would be Ryan, though. But you know, of course, I'm not. I don't ever like to use the term about rebuilding. You just reload it with really good players. And so, what can you do as a team to improve yourself so then you could reach your ultimate goal?
I think that we could get closer as a team by hanging out just outside of sports and just communicating more.
Ryan or Edward?
kind of looking at your schedule. You've played a mixture of teams. Besides your district teams, how's that schedule prepared y'all for the district teams?
Our coaches definitely put some harder teams on our schedule this year because we are a young team, and they wanted to challenge us because they know that a lot of us aren't experienced. And I think that after analyzing how all these older teams play, it'll help us in our postseason.
And then Edward knows where I'm going with this question because I always ask it to all of our athletes. What's your favorite restaurant to eat at in Whitley County? And I know, Mark, there's not many of them.
Oh, there's about 4 of them. Something like that. Ain't many. I go to Walmart. I get frustrated. I'm gonna go to Walmart, Heartmart. You know, which they many to choose from.
I love McDonald's.
Can't go wrong with McDonald's.
So, Jerick, I gotta ask you, since you said McDonald's, I don't know if you've been watching her show, but when Edward goes to McDonald's, he'll buy a sausage biscuit. He'll buy about 17 hash browns. He'll make his sausage biscuit about this high full of hash browns. So, do you do that?
2 hash browns, Mark.
So, what do you like for breakfast at McDonald's?
I'm a very picky eater, and so the only things I eat is nuggets and fries.
Do you like the fries?
Yeah.
Do you don't eat anything else at McDonald's, or?
For breakfast, I like their biscuit and gravy.
You can't go wrong with the McDonald's biscuit gravy. Yeah, I've got a better half in there to eat that biscuit gravy 24/7. She wouldn't quit.
But Edward,
Well, see, I'm a very picky eater too, so there's only certain things I'll eat anyway. Also,
Okay, so that brings me back to another deal. Do you like Mexican restaurants, Jerick? You don't? Okay, well, you and Edward will probably get along really, really good. Yeah, I just noticed Edward for years. The only thing he would eat was Slim Jims.
I eat more than Slim Jims, Mark.
That's his story.
But you're going to have to correct me if I'm wrong. But from the stats I've looked up, you have 17 goals on the season. Is that correct, Mark? As a freshman, 17.
I think four in one game, right, Jerica?
Yeah.
4 in one game.
That's a stat that you don't see a lot in a single season, a little less. You've still got games to go. I wouldn't even get that in a single career if I played 9 years. And the goal being empty, not with a goalie there. But it looks like you've got a matchup coming up against Wayne County. Have y'all had any time to look in and get prepared for them?
We've looked at their schedule a bit, and we've kind of related their playing style to some of the past teams we played. And we found ways that we're going to try and maneuver around them. And also just really find a way to lock them out of our defensive side.
So this has become one of my favorite questions to ask. Is soccer the only sport you play, or is there going to be others that you're going to play this season?
I only play soccer, but I'm thinking about definitely exploring some other sports.
Definitely athletic enough to do that. Trust me, I've been doing this for a while. Well, I've seen you're more than good enough athlete to probably do about anything you want to do.
So I'm going to have to ask you, when did you realize that you had the love for soccer like you do?
I started playing when I was 6, and I really didn't take much interest in it, but I still did it. But whenever I started playing for my school in 5th grade, I realized how much I really loved it because I had a coach who always supported me, and I was surrounded by my friends, and I was like, hey, this is really fun.
So, looking back on your season, out of the games you've played so far, which one would you consider was the game you couldn't wait to play in?
I couldn't wait to play against Corbin.
I can see that. Big time rivalry game. So, I've been to quite a few Whitley County games. Soccer, basketball, all them. And, I got to say, I love the atmosphere, the fan base. The only thing I dislike about it is when I go up there, Mark's up there, I can't seem to get him to leave. If Mark wasn't there, it'd been perfect. No, I'm just messing with you, Mark. But so I got to ask you about being a player in that atmosphere. What's it like?
Sometimes it can be stressful with the crowd and the refs and the coaches, but I think it's really, I like the challenge part of it. I find that intriguing. I think it's fun.
So has Mark showed up yet with his pom poms and cheering and screaming from the stands yet for you?
And he was there. I don't think he had any pom poms.
You didn't bring your pom poms with you, Mark.
Well, that's brought me to another question. Why ain't they? I just always wondered why ain't they ever like cheerleaders at soccer or like volleyball or should they be cheerleaders at all sport? No, Jerica,
Yeah.
is that a crazy question? Like had the band and the cheerleaders and everything at the soccer game?
I think sometimes it would be nice, but it is in the middle of football season.
Yeah,
Yep.
but
But
I think it'd be cool to have them there one time or something.
Yeah.
you can only be at one place at one time.
Jericho, you wouldn't honestly you wouldn't want me and Edward sitting there for pom poms trying to cheer you on. You would probably throw a rock at us and make us leave. Maybe Ryan, but yeah, me and Edward, we would be more embarrassing. But we're willing to give it a shot. We are willing to give it a shot. It's all about try.
When we show up, you're going to have to be the one doing all the flips and stuff because I don't think she wants to see me doing all those.
No, knowing my luck, I'd flip it to a bunch of parents sitting over there watching the game, and then they draw me out anyway. That's probably what would happen. Or Jericho would just accidentally kick one of them balls their direction and like knock us out. Then like, I'm sorry. Yeah, I could see that happening.
So we actually got a term when we bring some volleyball players on called bonk. I'm gonna have to ask you during your soccer practices, have you ever been like kicking it and it's like hit the back of your coach's head or any of your players before?
Yeah.
So did the coach make you have to do any running?
No, well, we did get a bit of a talking to about how we need to watch the ball.
Okay. Well, I know exactly where you'd play at and stuff like that. Somebody ever hammered the ball and it go into the highway to hit a car?
I don't think so.
Mark, I'm not gonna say I would not try to do it on purpose.
Okay. I can ask you this one, Jericho. How many balls do you think has been lost over there in them weeds over there on the other side of the soccer field?
Oh,
Really...
definitely too many.
When they get kicked over there, people's like, I'm not going in there. No way. Yeah, I'm not going in there.
Well, see, that's something you should go and tell the coach and stuff. You know, the perfect man to go get those. His name's Mark. He would love to go back through there and go get them. But I am going to have to ask you, you know, through my time actually getting to cover soccer, I'm still learning the game, but I have seen like very fast up tempo games, and then I've seen more of like a physical style soccer game. So which one do you like to play against the most?
I like to play the physical game.
So you like throwing the elbows too, or?
Sometimes.
So I got to ask you, I know how I would be out there on the soccer field, especially if I'm scoring goals like you do. But do you do any trash talking while you're out there, or do you just let your game do the talking?
I don't do trash talking. I definitely get trash talked, but
Well, see, if it was me going against Mark, I'd make sure I scored a goal, then I'd trip him, probably kick a little turf or grass in his eye, laugh at him, and then probably
You
walk
would.
away and never ask him if he was all right. But
You would.
that's just me out there. But
Yeah.
Mark,
I'm glad Edward said tough. You like playing on that grass field or the turf field that some schools have now?
I like playing on turf.
But Mark,
Jerica, I know you're a freshman, but I'm gonna ask you: do you feel like you know your team pretty good?
Yeah, I think I know my team pretty good. Most of the girls I play with now that are freshmen, I grew up playing with them, and one of the girls, Kaylee, I played up with her last year, so I got to know all the high school girls,
Yeah.
and
Well, okay, so they know where I'm coming. They know where I'm coming with now. I think you're ready because you played with the hurt arm and you played through the pain. So I think you could handle the hard hitting questions I fix to throw at you. So are you ready for them?
yeah.
Okay. This is just your teammates only. This ain't your coaching staff, teachers, or parents or anything. Just your teammates only. If they're all in the van and the van tears up, who's gonna go out there and fix
I feel like Raylan and Alexis would work together and do it.
So they'd say, hand me the screwdrivers and sockets. We'll get out there, rain, shine.
Know how to do it, but they got it. If there's a will, there's a way.
Well, that'd be more what Edward would do. I can tell you that. Edward would sit in the van, take a nap, and make Ryan go out there and fix it. I can tell you that's
well,
how he would
somebody's got
work.
to turn. Somebody's got to turn the key while Ryan's working. I mean, hey, you got it's 2-man
Well,
show.
that sort of makes sense in its own little way, though. But okay, so they fix the van, and as they're driving down the road, and all of a sudden you just need fuel. When you go into the gas station, who's paying for the gas?
Callie.
So she gonna just buy everybody a pop too? Like, hey, anybody want pop while I'm in here, or just gas only?
Probably would.
We know who to hang out with now, because Edward's the only guy that's got money around me and Ryan, and he don't ever buy the gas. He just stops at McDonald's, buys the 17 hash browns, and me and Ryan had to split on the gas.
Well, see what he's failing to forget to tell you is I just bought tires for the vehicle we're driving. I'm the one driving it.
That's his story, Jared. Okay, now last but not least, you did good on the hard hitting questions, but I knew you would. Just go to a teammate's house, and we can't do no DoorDash, no pizza delivering. You just want to do maybe some Netflix and chill or something. Who's gonna cook the meal that night?
Veronica.
So what do you think she's making?
Hmm. I feel like Veronica could make a good spaghetti.
I like that some sketty. I can't pronounce it. I don't want to go try to pronounce it. I'll just say sketty. I'm not gonna try to put the whole word together. I just cannot say it. And I know everyone's gonna make me start trying to say it. That was gonna take me 35 minutes to try to. Yeah, I can't say it. But Jerica, you're getting a lot of love here by Ronnie Melton. Congratulations, Jerica Shepard. From looks like Shauna Shepard. Beyond proud of my girl. And then Chet and Barb Howard, proud of you, Jerica. You're getting a lot of love on this show, a lot of hearts, a lot of comments, and I know why now. Talking to you, you're a very special student athlete, and you got a good head on your shoulders. And the one thing that I like the best about you, you come in here, you've laughed with us, and you did a lot of kicks and giggles with us too. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. You go through enough between school and sports and all that other stuff. You don't need us guys that asking you 150 hardcore questions about soccer, about the breakdown of the game, but you get it, and you come in here and you've been a really good interview, and you've had fun with it, and that's all that matters. But until we can let you go, because we're going,
Before you
we
answer
went
that, I got one more question for you, Mark.
okay.
One more question. So, do you think if me, Mark, or Ryan, either one, could stop one of your kicks if we was the goalie? I'm gonna go ahead and tell you I couldn't because I can't move that quick. But do you think either one of them could block it?
I don't think so.
I'll go ahead and say I can't because I'm short. The goal is bigger than my whole body put
Can
together.
can you use your belly to block?
Yeah,
Well, see, the thing is, if Ryan tried to block it, it would still be a goal because the ball and him would
It
cross
would
in
take
there because
Yeah.
Jericho would kick him and the ball in there.
that is
But go
true.
ahead, Mark.
Um, we're going to ask you. I don't know if you're familiar per show, but last year we and even more love there for Jericho. She's brought the fans here for sure and the support. We know who we're bringing on every week. Up their views. Yeah, let's bring Jericho on. Yeah, we know who to get the views. You're a full timer now. We'll discuss the contract. Yeah, I'm off chart now, but last year we started a thing around the NCAA basketball tournament. We decided to do our field of 64 restaurants, and I think Texas Roadhouse won the national championship. And we still did not get no coupons. We did all that labor for them. Texas Roadhouse, we won you this, got you all this support, free sponsorships, everything. No free coupons, nothing, nothing. Thank you, Texas Roadhouse. We appreciate it. Anything, free coupon, at least a roll or something, little side dish, or I don't know. Yeah, we did a lot of work for Texas, but Texas Roadhouse won our national championship, so we decided to go our favorite sports movies. So I don't know if you watch a lot of sports movies, so we're going to ask you to vote on a few of them tonight if you don't care, and then I think Edward probably has a few things he's going to show you.
all right.
The number one seed Invincible against the number 9 seed. Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans.
I think Remember the Titans going to be in good shape on that one. Number 4 Ollie against number 13 the Junction Boys.
Ollie.
Number 5 Rudy against number 12 A League of Their Own.
A League of Their Own.
I like League of Their Own. That's a good movie. No crying in baseball. Number 7 Major League 3 against number 15 23 Blast.
23 Blast.
That's pretty good picks there. Jericho, so have you seen all them movies?
No.
well, I don't know if Ryan's removing that or not. I think he's got. We got one more.
Yeah, we got 5 tonight.
Oh, we got number 11 Miracle, which is my personal favorite, against number 14 Angels in the outfield.
Angels in the outfield.
Interesting.
I agree with that one 100%.
Not me. So which one of the movies have you seen, Jericho?
I've seen Ollie.
I like Ollie, the Will Smith version of it. He did really, really good. I like that. But now I will give you some advice. You need to watch A League of Their Own. You'd probably actually like that. The Tom Hanks. It's about coaching a women's baseball league, and really really funny. And Miracle, you would like that show too if you watch it. But Edward, I think Edward has got a few things to show you.
Yeah, so I got one final question for you before I show you a few graphics we put together. So, through your time playing soccer, what would you consider your favorite all-time memory?
My favorite all-time game?
Your favorite all-time memory?
Memory. Whenever I played up last year, me and my friend Kaylee, we went to the region games, now the district games, and then we made it to the second round of districts, which automatically put us in the regions for the first time ever in girls soccer history for Whitley County. And it was just a really exciting moment. And even though we couldn't play, we were ball runners because, eighth graders can't play varsity. It was good to experience that with the team.
Absolutely. So we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that comes on our show, and this is kind of our way of saying thank you for taking your time to come on. And out of the two that we put together for you, kind of tell me which one of the two you like the most.
Okay. Probably the second
So
one.
out of the first one or the second?
The lightning
Now,
strikes.
see, he won't even be able to fit out his door now. His head just exploded.
The lightning strikes. It's everywhere. I think that's lightning or something.
No, it ain't.
I just call that too much coffee. Too much coffee.
He needs to drink more of this water.
Dude, water's too healthy.
But
We don't do
Derek,
that health stuff.
I do personally want to thank you for taking your time to come on. And I have to say, you and your team's killing it this season. And I want to wish you and your team the best of luck for the remaining part of your season.
Thank you.
Ryan, you got anything else for?
I just want to say best of luck to y'all the rest of the season, and go get it.
If you are accomplishing this much with an injured the way you are, which I'm sure that there's some adjustment to your game that you have to do, and still doing this well on the field, I can just imagine you at 100%. And folks, the viewers are listening to this show. This young lady's just a freshman. Okay, bigger, stronger, faster. It's going to happen. She's already out there dominating at this level at her age. She's going to be a force to be dealt with very soon. And she's already that, but it's going to be even more. And when you're talking about somebody that sky's the limit, here's the exact example of it. And Jerica, just keep on doing what you're doing, and I'm telling you, good things will come. And right here off of our YouTube channel, and these are just, and I know that dude right there. I just is that Ryan? Help me. That's like the world's famous soccer player. I know that's not him, but that's like is that Rotondo or
Ronaldo.
yeah, Ronaldo. Okay, there we go. Ronaldo. Okay, she's a really good freshman player. Now, if that was Ronaldo talking to you, who knows? But he's using a profile picture of it. But yeah, just keep on keeping on, and good things will come. And you're getting a lot of attention, not only from us, but from other outlets. I'm sure you've already seen that also. So just keep up the good work, and hopefully have you on really, really soon. And thank you for coming on.
Appreciate you guys.
That's just a really, really good interview. And that would be pretty cool if we had Ronaldo, actually comment on her page. We say, yeah, Ronaldo watches. It'd be pretty cool. Ryan, this might be an answer you could answer or a question, or even Edward. Is Ronaldo the highest, or is it Messi, the highest paid athlete in the world? Is
It may be Messi. I'm not 100% on that.
it's one or the other? Has
Yeah,
to be. Is it Messi? Right.
Well, I always
Yes,
thought
I
it
know
was
it's one of.
Ryan. I always thought it was Ryan Garnett, though. But I guess I could.
Well, Ryan does make some serious cash.
I
He
don't know
just
about
don't.
that.
Yeah, look at that specialty bottle that he drinks out of right there. I just use a regular old cup.
That's the only way I
See,
drink water is that thing on the top.
I'm using a 3-year-old Mountain Dew bottle to be able to drink my water in.
Yeah, I just use a coffee cup. I can't afford them $45 water bottles that he drinks out of.
Well, he's got one for every day of the week.
That
though.
was not. No, that's not 45. That's not $45. I got that. I got it for way less than that.
He got it for 43.
But I guess before we sign off, we'll go ahead and do our voting, and then we'll have our final comments, and then I guess we'll call it a show. It's been a good show, good viewers. Numbers are still up, and again, thank you viewers for coming on tonight, and we try to do our very best for you, and we'll keep it up, and just hopefully we get you back next Sunday and Wednesday. I will go remember the Titans about 17 times on Thursday and Sunday.
I'm
gonna
going to
go
remember the
remember the
Titans.
Titans. That's who I'm going with as well.
Edward, who'd you go with?
Remember the Titans.
Okay. The Junction Boys about 17 times on Sunday and 14 and a half times on Thursday and Wednesday. Gotta watch the Junction Boys, Miller. That's a good movie. It's a good version of Paul Bear Bryant after leaving Kentucky.
It is, but I guess I'm going to go all in this go around.
I guess I'm just gonna go with Ali because if not, it's gonna be a tie again. So I'm going to be the tiebreaker just so we don't have any ties.
Boo! 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 Ali was a good movie. Will Smith did a good job on that. It really played that part good. And I hope a League of Their Own
Rudy.
is putting a running clock on Rudy. Or I will say it's been bribery. The rest has been paid off. This should be a running clock. There are no crying in baseball. No crying.
Rudy.
That's who I went with, is Rudy. All right. I'm trying to tally the votes as I do it. So
I know 23 Blasts is going to get a lot of love because it's around the area, but I like the major league movies. I like all three of them. I'm gonna be oddball in this. I'm sure 23 Blast is up 24-0 right now, but I'm gonna be the one that votes Major League 3, Serrano, and I just like all three of them. I like 1 and 2 better than I do 3, but 3's okay too.
Yeah, I'm going 23 Blast.
that's who I went with as well.
Miracle 172 times on Sunday and 14 and a half times on the rest of the week. This should be running clock. This should be a running clock.
I went with Miracle as well. Who'd you go with, Edward?
Angels in the outfield.
Uh, I've got all the votes, so I'll do it after. I'll do it when I do my final stuff. Let's see.
Well, Edward or Ryan, either one want to start out here.
I guess I'll start and I'll do my vote stuff here at the same time. Remember the Titans won 9-0. Ollie won 5-3. Miracle won 5-3. 23 Blast won 7-2, and the League of Their Own won 5-3.
You know, in all honesty, 23 Blacks is a really, really good movie. I've watched it 1,000 times. Can't get enough of it. Let's be honest, folks. 23 Blacks going to be a hard movie to beat. It is, especially for this area. It's going to be. I love the movie itself. I absolutely love the story with it. It's hard not to love it. And I went to the movie theater, watched it at the theater. It's going to be a hard movie to put out. I don't know if being a movies we even got left's going to beat it, but we'll see how it works itself out.
Yeah, you'll like it here in a couple of weeks whenever we do this. The Sweet 16 part of it, when Miracle will face 23 Blast. But
I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going.
That's later on.
I know where I'm going, but I just don't think there'll be enough people to watch the movie Miracle to say that they can truly say. I mean, 80, 81, 1980, maybe the greatest sports upset ever. This is the same team that bombarded America like a couple days before the Olympics even started. I beat them like drums, and had won. I mean, I'd have to look at the history, but was maybe the most dominant sports team ever. I mean, how that they was dominating the world might be the greatest sports upset ever. And if there's another one, I'd like to know. I really would like to know.
And then I'll say my final quotes. Let's go out and cover these athletes. We're getting ready to get into fall time, so let's go out and cover these wonderful athletes. Don't just sit at the house. Go out and cover them. And then my final quote for tonight is: a person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new. Albert Einstein.
He go wrong with Albert. He didn't like the nuclear bomb, though. He tried to tell Oppenheimer no. But Oppenheimer still built the bomb. So there we go. Einstein, you tried to tell him. That's all I'm saying.
So I'm going to go with this. And I'm going to leave you with this. When you don't give up, you cannot fail. Adrian Peterson.
AP. Interesting workout regimen that man did. Look at his body in his prime and read about his workout detail. Him and a deck of cards. And pretty crazy stuff. What you could do if you don't need the weight room and all that stuff. But Hunter Jennings posted on here. Williams, want to go ahead and read that?
This is from Thursday night. Madisonville North Hopkins upset an 18-game winning streak out of Paducah Tillman, 25-22. That's a third-ranked team in the state of Kentucky.
I actually saw that where Paducah Tillman went down, but um, folks, it's been a crazy football year. Not only just in high school, college, pro. It's I don't know. It's just it's hard to get a grasp on it at this point. But I will tell you one thing. I do think in my heart of hearts, Gray is loaded. And we don't give enough love to Hunter Jennings' area over there with Hart County, Union County. Folks, them teams can play. They're really good, and Union County is pretty good in other sports too. And them guys are corn fed. Them guys are men, and they bully you around. They push you around. Sort of reminds you of Bell County football, but there's a lot of football left, and uh, yeah, it's any given Sunday, any given Friday, any given Saturday. But and Rihanna Helton also said, "I'm so proud of you, Jerica Shepherd. She brought a lot of love tonight, and just cannot say enough about it. Blake and Jerica, just two great interviews. But I want to leave you all with this." And Hunter also said, Bell's number 22. I think we know him quite well here. Really good running back. Yes, he's right about it. And uh, got a low center of gravity, just hard to get a hold of, for sure. But that being said, I didn't do the the inspirational quote because again, I still got something hanging on my heart from what happened earlier in the week. Um, and I'm still reading a lot of stories back and forth on it. It might have been last week, I don't know, but just uh, the assassination attempt, not attempt, but the assassination of just somebody that was politically expressing his own beliefs, and it just there's just too much of that happening in our country right now, and it's still laying heavy on my heart. And again, at the end of the day, we're all Americans. We all need to get along, and if we don't get along with each other, nobody's gonna get along with us. And united we stand, divided we fall. It's pretty. It's not that hard to figure out, folks. And regardless of what chain of defense you're on, just it's not that bad every now and then to agree to disagree. Me and Edward disagrees with everything. Me and Ryan agrees with quite a bit, but now me and Edward don't agree with that. I would say my coffee's hot. He would tell me it's warm, but that don't mean that we're assaulting each other because of it. We try to talk it out, and then a lot of times we just, I disagree with you, and go on. They don't make him a bad person. They don't make me a bad person. It's just we have different opinions. At the end of the day, we're Americans, and that's all that should matter. From all of us at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media, good night, and God bless.